Military slang is an array of colloquial terminology used commonly by U.S. military personnel, including slang which is unique to or originates with the armed forces. It often takes the form of abbreviations, acronyms or derivations of the NATO Phonetic Alphabet, or otherwise incorporates aspects of formal military concepts and terms. Military slang is often used to reinforce or reflect interservice rivalries. Acronym slang: a number of military slang terms are acronyms. Rick Atkinson ascribes the origin of snafu, FUBAR, and a bevy of other terms to cynical GIs ridiculing the Army's penchant for acronyms. Snafu stands for the sarcastic expression situation normal, all fucked up. It is a well-known example of military acronym slang, though it is sometimes bowdlerized to all fouled up or similar. It means the situation is bad, but that is a normal state of affairs. The acronym is believed to have originated in the United States Marine Corps during World War II. However, attribution to the American military is not universally accepted. It has also been attributed to the British. Most reference works, including the Random House Unabridged Dictionary and Oxford English Dictionary, supply an origin date of 1940–1944, generally attributing it to the U.S. military. Time magazine used the term in their June 16, 1942 issue. Last week U.S. citizens knew that gasoline rationing and rubber requisitioning were snafu. Frederick Elkin noted in 1946 that there are a few acceptable substitutes such as screw up or mess up, but these do not have the emphasis value of the obscene equivalent. He considered the expression snafu to be a caricature of Army direction. The soldier resignedly accepts his own less responsible position and expresses his cynicism at the inefficiency of Army authority. He also noted that the expression is coming into general civilian use. In modern usage, snafu is sometimes used as an interjection, though it is mostly now used as a noun. Snafu also sometimes refers to a bad situation, mistake, or cause of trouble. It is more commonly used in modern vernacular to describe running into an error or problem that is large and unexpected. For example, in 2005, the New York Times published an article titled "Hospital Staff Cutback Blamed for Test Results Snafu." SUSFU is a variant of snafu. Snafu and SUSFU were first recorded in American Notes and Queries in their September 1941 issue. FUBAR. FUBAR stands for fucked up beyond all recognition and reason. Like snafu and SUSFU, it dates from World War II. The Oxford English Dictionary lists Yank, the Army Weekly magazine, as its earliest citation, the FUBAR Squadron. A Euro-Yen FUBAR? It means fucked up beyond all recognition. Fubabundi is an ambulance term meaning fucked up beyond all recognition but unfortunately not dead yet. TARFU, TARFU stands for totally and royally fucked up or things are really fucked up. The 1944 U.S. Army animated short Three Brothers and Private Snafu presents Seaman Tarfu in the Navy, feature the characters Private Snafu, Private Fubar, and Seaman Tarfu. JANFU, JANFU stands for Joint Army-Navy Fuck Up. Boyka stands for bend over, here it comes again. It is an item of acronym slang which grew to regular use amongst the United States Armed Forces during the Vietnam War. It is used colloquially to indicate that an adverse situation is about to repeat itself, and that acquiescence is the wisest course of action. It is commonly understood as a reference to being sodomized. An alternative etymology relates the expression to the days of sail and avoiding being struck by the boom, which would swing around the mast due to shifts in wind or the vessel's course. Although it originated in the United States military forces, and is still commonly used by United States Air Force fighter crew chiefs and armament crews, its usage has spread to civilian environments, used to describe unavoidable, unpleasant situations that have inconvenienced someone before and are about to yet again. Figmo, FIGMO describes a person, especially one who has a short remaining time on station, who has a lax attitude toward their work. The acronym stands for Fuck It, I've Got My Orders. The set of orders implied are transfer or release orders, as once you have those it doesn't matter much what your current commanding officer thinks of you any longer. FUB, FUBB, according to Gordon L. Rotman's FUBAR, soldier slang of World War II, was a term used by American soldiers and Marines during the war. It may either stand for fucked up beyond belief or fouled up beyond belief. Other, military brat, etc. refers to the child of a serving officer soldier. Mainly heard referring to U.S. military children. Refers to the child of someone in that branch of the service. Road retired on active duty refers to active duty military personnel who have already earned a 20-year retirement or actually have received retirement orders and perform the minimum work they are able to do without being disciplined. See also, List of government and military acronyms, List of U.S. government and military acronyms, List of United States Marine Corps acronyms and expressions, List of U.S. Navy acronyms and expressions, List of U.S. Air Force acronyms and expressions. Grand Armor Copyrightee Slang, Voice Procedure, References. Further reading, Hakim, Joy. A History of Us, War, Peace and All That Jazz. New York, Oxford University Press. ISBN A0-19-509514-6. Jacobson, Gary. Humor Best Way to Remove Last of Boykin's Resistance. The Dallas Morning News. PA 7 hours. Retrieved November 7, 2008. Stromberg, Rich. Grab Your Ankles and Say Boyka. UWIRE retrieved November 7, 2008. External links, Glossary of Military Terms and Slang from the Vietnam War, Military Terms of the Modern Era, Military Slang Acronyms and Abbreviations, the Dictionary Definition of Appendix, Australian English Military Slang at Wiktionary, the Dictionary Definition of Appendix, Canadian Military Slang at Wiktionary, the Dictionary Definition of Appendix, U.S. Navy Slang at Wiktionary.